Hello everybody, I am the Cynic, and I just got done watching a video by Stefan Molyneux, his male disposability video. It's pretty good. I like Stefan Molyneux as a person, and he talks about some pretty good topics, but he said something in there that it's just not going to happen. He said that it's up to women to fix what's wrong with, how a lot of men are emotionally cut off, emotionally drained, and so on and so forth. That's not going to happen. Women are not going to come and save the day. You've got no guardian angel coming to help you relieve your emotional duress. It's not going to happen. Yes, the mythical Nawalt and all that whatnot, but I'm talking on the general rule. It's not going to happen. Women have never had men's back as a gender. Oh, sure, they've had the backs of their sons, their uncles, their brothers, their nephews, on occasion their husbands, but on the general gender, it's not going to happen. I know that's going to be hard for some of you to hear. There's no mommy coming to save you. I'm taking that out of a page from Barbarossa, so it's not entirely my opinion on that matter, and I'm not sure it's an opinion at all. I'm fairly certain it's a fact. I mean, exceptions to every rule, but what are you going to do? And, he was talking about basically, we treat our sons, with cold and distant, or how mothers treat their sons to man up and deal with their problems and, tough it out. And yeah, that's pretty much what happens. That's the mindset of how someone becomes disposable. They don't see themselves as worth anything other than their utility. And to a great majority of women, that's all men are, is a utility. And that's the kind of behavior, or that's where MGTOW and the herbivores of the East come in. That's when we say, no, fuck you, no. And how have we been received? We've been shamed, we've been attacked, we've been told to man up, and all of that great stuff. And you know what? It's only going to continue, because that, my friends, is how women see us. They see us as needing to man up and do as we're told, to be disposable little objects. That is what we are. We don't get the compassion. We don't get the tenderness, the kindness. That's not for us, for women. That's for their children and for their families. Not for us as a gender. Not for us as people, as human beings. What you see now will continue until the ship goes down. That is what will happen. As an anarcho-capitalist, I do have the greatest respect for Stefan Molyneux. So don't think this is an attack on him or anything. It's just basic common sense. Women will not help us. They don't care about us other than our utility. I mean, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't be seeing all these, man up articles and, what else is there? Grow some balls, do what you're told. This is the way of things. This is the relationship between men and women. We are utilities, gentlemen, to these women. This is why MGTOW is on the rise, because we're finally starting to see ourselves as more than what we do. We're finally seeing ourselves as people, as human beings capable of rational thought with hopes, dreams, and desires. This, my friends, is what needs to happen to create a better life. No, I'm not talking about any kind of large-scale social change. I'm not talking about that, and I hold little hope that MGTOW will ever create that kind of, if in my opinion, much-needed reformation in society. I hold no hope. What I do hope for is that these men, the awakened, the red pill men who have figured things out, will go on their own way, live their lives in happiness, who will do as they please, as they see fit, and not be utilized by what society deems is our role. Either protection or war, death in the battlefield, whatever. These are the men who I hope can either get a son through adoption, artificial insemination, or maybe even the long-awaited artificial womb, and treat their sons with kindness, dignity, respect, and understanding to figure out why they think the way they do, how they think the way they do, and to just make them think for themselves. That's the future I hope for, is that the men going their own way can create a world where, well, quite literally, I would actually want to bring a child into. The way I look at the world now, I would never want to bring a kid into it. Fuck, I don't want to be here. Unless I was off living by myself in the woods, I don't want to be here. And I will do that one day. But to bring an innocent, young child who has no say in the matter into it, what kind of sick bastard would I have to be? Sorry, I went on a tangent. But yeah, that's the reality of it, gentlemen. Do not hold on to false hope that women will actually come and make change for us, that they don't care about us. The majority of them don't, except for their friends and family. On the gender whole, women don't give a shit about us. That's just a fact. We're utilities. We're disposable. It's our job to make ourselves not disposable. And we can only do that through actualization of the self and realizing that we are not cannon fodder. We are not slaves to be used to accumulate wealth for another. This is why I am heavily against marriage, and I am 100% for men who just say fuck it and do as they please. I am the Cynic, everybody. Have a nice day.